Welcome back to Digi Bros. I just wanted to mention how just another thing this game, and I guess Souls games in general, do really well is understanding how to make a motion look incredibly cool and satisfying.
Oh, hell yeah.
And, like, look at me whip out that fucking...
I will
that
say...
cane. That's fucking cool, and it feels good, and it has impact.
I think by far my favorite thing about this game over other Souls games is the animations.
Oh, yeah.
The animations are fucking incredible.
They're fucking rad.
You
and
look
they
cool.
Feel badass.
Everything you do looks cool.
Yes.
Just the way that the weapons every weapon transformation is the coolest fucking thing.
Yes.
It's like it looks very steampunk.
They understand exactly what it needs to look like to feel cool.
Right.
And it always feels good.
There's like this very like clangy transforming like ka-chonk, like when you transform a weapon, and it's always from one cool looking thing into another cool looking thing, you know.
And everything has weight. Like you don't feel like it's just like goofy rubber limbs flapping around. It's like, nah, look at that. It's got a sweet impact, a nice sound.
And the fact that I think my
awesome.
favorite thing about this, like how I keep talking about the speed of this game, is that because your character never stops moving to do anything.
Yes.
In Dark Souls, you very much always stop. You stop to drink. You stop to swing your sword. In this game, you always are like moving, and the way they animate you moving and doing something makes you look like you're the coolest person alive.
And their cape physics certainly.
Oh yeah, the fucking
are a big part of that. Everything flows.
Shit. Well, just like walk and do the fucking stab yourself thing or anything, you know, like you just like I want to see it from behind, not from the front. Just like you're running along, you're just like chonk, you know, like
and you keep going.
Yeah, like what a fucking badass. Cool, man. That's definitely one of the cool. I've got so I've been talking about how this year I might start doing games analysis. There's two different series that I really want to do. And I want you to tell me if you think these would be interesting to you, or if anyone will watch them. The first one that I think has a lot higher chance of success is Cool Game Worlds.
Yeah.
A video series explaining the coolest worlds in games. Wow. I think a lot of people know when a game looks cool aesthetically, but like I think the most memorable game worlds are the ones that have interesting stuff around every corner. You know, where like I think to this day that Ocarina of Time has one of the most memorable game worlds ever.
Yeah.
And it's great. I was actually just watching a you know who Donkey is, right?
No.
The dude who, remember that video where the guy was like playing Skyrim with a bunch of mods and he's just like, I don't know what's going on here, and then like all these fucking Macho Man dragons fly all this chaos. Yeah, that's Donkey. Most of his videos are like goofy dumb shit, but he has like something called like Dunk Views, where it'll just be like him doing like more simple reviews.
Oh fuck, he followed me.
And they're interesting because in terms of just being like, this is why this game is cool in 3 minutes or less, they are stellar reviews, like for that kind of thing. And he had one on Ocarina of Time, and I was so impressed that in 5 minutes he managed to say like most of what I would say, like, but I would do it in an hour-long video.
It would take you much longer.
But he was talking about how cool it is that like everywhere in the game you can see Death Mountain. You know, like you're in the castle town, you see it off in the distance, you see it, and then when you finally get there, you literally, like, you've seen this mountain in the distance the whole game, and then you climb the mountain, and then you find a giant Goron at the top, you know, if you go all the way to the top. And he was like saying how cool that was, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly, that to me is like the appeal of that game distilled into a sentence, is I saw that mountain, and I wanted to climb it, and I did, and it was awesome, you know. And I was rewarded for climbing it. Whereas, like, say, in Skyrim, you see an awesome mountain, and you climb it, and then you feel like you wasted 15 minutes of your fucking life. You
exactly.
know?
There was
you wonder
nothing up
why
there.
the fuck you struggled to get up this mountain. And the mountain was not a level. It was just something you jumped up with your stupid horse, as opposed to, like, in Zelda, you actually play a level up the mountain. You know, it's like an interesting setting. So I'd love to do a series of videos on cool game worlds and like why they're cool. And then the other one that I really want to do that I don't think anyone will be interested in is the best character animations in games.
That'll be fucking rad, though.
It would be rad. I don't know if anyone will care about it, especially.
I feel like that'll be the one where you don't expect anyone to care, that like they actually kind of do.
Well, okay, here's the thing. because the only idea I had like a character that I knew I wanted to do is someone no one would care about. So if I did Bloodborne first, then I think people would be interested in like why the animations work so well in this game. But I would really need footage of like every weapon, of every like thing, and like I wanted to be in depth because it's me and that's what I do. But like the character who made me want to do this series is Kirino from Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. Because like a huge part of why I love playing her is that her animations are all so satisfying and unique. Where like every move she does has some kind of like really perfectly timed, almost like they're jokes. You know, like her movesets feel... Slayer and Guilty Gear is the same way. Where like a large part of why I like playing Slayer
certainly
is that,
with fighting games, that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, and I think that's why I don't like Street Fighter as much.
Because I don't like the animations of the character
they're
attacks.
clunky and weird looking.
Except for Balrog to some extent.
Well, like it's
why
like,
I play him.
The game is technical and it feels good to pull off the moves, but like they're not satisfying to watch happen. You know,
Look at this dude just...
Yeah,
up there, I can't relate to shit. Get down here, you bitch.
He wouldn't have like dropped on you. He would have just dropped behind you.
I know.
But yeah, like in Street Fighter, I feel like the animations aren't that fluid, and they all feel very like you stop and start each one, unless you do perfect combos and you make them all flow into each other. You know, which I guess is part of the appeal, is that if you are pro tier, you can do that. But then pro matches aren't really like that. There's not a lot of like comboing. It's more like defensive and like pokes and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't feel like it's as satisfying as like in any of the Arc System Works games. Then like the animations are a huge part of what makes the games fun. You know, with Slayer, he can't just throw a heavy punch. He like contorts his whole body and like swings his whole fucking self out to punch you, you know, or he jumps and he does a bicycle kick, but like he tilts his torso back like he's proudly tilting his torso back while doing a bicycle kick, you know? And it looks ridiculous. Or his block where he has like 60 hands blocking you at once, you know? Or when his duck block where he's like sitting on like a floating magic carpet thing while he blocks you, you know? Like that stuff adds so much satisfaction to the game. And Kirino, what's great about her is that she changes outfits for all of her attacks, because she's a cosplayer and a model. So like she'll dress like if she's doing an attack where she runs at you, then it'll show her in her gym clothes or her like sports clothes, and she'll like run towards you and do like these jump kicks and shit, and then transform back into her regular clothes, and it's all seamless, and it's like it's a real trip. And some of them are like for instance, is it the fucking Blood-Starved Beast?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat this one.
Yeah, I don't see you winning this.
Well, I don't have a lot of vials, so it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. So yeah, her animations are just so fucking fun to watch happen, and I would love to do a whole like analysis of that. And I feel, because to me, like those are the two things that I care about the most in games, are cool worlds and cool movesets. You know, like I want controlling my character to feel good, and I want traversing the world to feel good and be interesting. And you know, I was working at one point on a giant breakdown of movement mechanics in Zelda games, which I wrote part 1 of and recorded part 1 of, and then just the process of trying to make a video out of it and the idea of having to play all the Zelda games to do it made it a little bit more than I could handle. But potentially, if I decide to still do it, I might get the Devu to edit it, because he's currently trying to play through all the Zelda games, and he's been recording all of his play sessions, so he'll just have all the footage on him, so it'd be much easier for like him to go through and find the footage and shit than it would be if I did it myself. But the biggest problem is just having to play them all, and like because I want to know about all the items in all the games, you know, so I could talk about them.
Oh shit! No!
And the main goal of the videos, really, especially of the first part, is just to talk about how A Link to the Past is the shittiest controls, and that's why I don't like it as much as other people.
Oh fuck!
I think A Link to the Past is okay. I love A Link to the Past. I would give it a strong 8 out of 10, but I think it is the most overrated fucking game. Like,
oh shit! I only have 1 bullet left.
Overrated
Make it
Super
count.
Nintendo
Nope.
game for sure.
Oh, I'm dead. That was the worst attack to possibly shoot on. Oh shit. Oh shit.
You're still poisoned.
There's no way I can beat him without
Dude, you've got
bullets
half
right
his
now.
fucking life down.
I'm
This
gonna have
music
to
is
play.
fucking intense. This is like some black metal shit.
Black metal shit.
Well, I mean, like Dimmu Borgir shit. It's the kind of shit that would be at the beginning of a Dimmu Borgir song or something.
Ooh, this is gonna get intense.
Or better yet, Mirror Throne. Like this would be the violin section of a Mirror Throne song. Da, 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 da. Actually, you know what? It's using an example that actually makes sense. It's very Godzilla-esque.
Yeah, I can buy that.
Yeah, that's an example that actually.
I love the music in this game.
Which is I don't remember the name of the guy who did the Godzilla soundtrack, but he's very influential. Yeah, this is that style. People will relate to that. No one's gonna relate to the other ones I said.
Dimmu Borgir.
I don't even listen to Dimmu Borgir, but the song, the one song that
Jesus
I listened to
fucking
by them
Christ.
a bunch was
Being
like
dramatic
weird...
over there. Oh god, he got me with the poison. Oh!
I could totally see this being a black metal song though, if you just threw some blast beats over it and like like this.
That I believe.
Because like the whole.
No, he got me! No! 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 Yeah.
Even Satyricon maybe.
I shouldn't have used the poison heal there.
Yeah.
Oh, now we have the load screens and I don't have any blood vials, so I gotta go get some more.
Oh.
If I had beat that, that would have been pretty good.
When
But,
I was a young boy.
ran out of bullets.
Yeah.
I think I wasted too many trying to parry.
I mean, I guess the load screens are a great punish. Definitely lets you fucking stew in your own.
For me, when I was playing it the first time, it was a great time to start texting.
Oh yeah, that's...
It was like, all right, perfect, I can text now.
Yeah, I bet you like that. Knowing how long it takes you to text, you probably were texting a lot longer than the actual load screen.
Nah, that's usually just right. Fuck.
Well, time to get some blood vials. Oh. Yeah, the worst part there is that you died and had to sit through a load screen. Then you had to go to the Hunter's Dream and sit through another load screen.
And then I have to teleport.
And then you have to teleport to the next place and
This is
go
where it
through
gets bad.
another load screen. They fixed this in the patch. It won't be like this when we record our next play session.
Yeah.
It will not be this bad. We apologize that we didn't get the whole patch beforehand. Victor was impatient and wanted to play the game.
Well, you know, we sat down to play it not thinking that we're gonna have to patch for hours.
Yeah, that's true.
How much can this buy me?
I thinking about it, I think we will probably this
Not even worth it.
this game for our recordings are going to go way faster than the Wind Waker, because Victor loves this game, and if I come up to you and say, Victor, do you want to do Digi Bros, you are immediately going to say yes.
Because
like our audience does
I
not
can't
understand
stop playing
how
it.
badly you've been dying to do this game on this show.
Yes, for sure.
Like
I like playing this game.
from the time we were doing Dark Souls, Victor wanted to do Bloodborne, and we couldn't because we could never get a hold of the PS3. And then like as soon as we had the game, it was like every day Victor, we were like, oh, I just want to do Bloodborne. We gotta hurry up and get to the Wind Waker so I can do Bloodborne. So like whereas
enough that I beat it again in the meantime.
Right.
Like between the Wind Waker finale and this recording, I beat Bloodborne again.
Yeah. The reason that I was thinking about that though is because like we're about to finish off the 6th episode, and we'll probably do 7 maybe before we end this.
I guess.
And I was just thinking like, you know, oh, that gives us a whole week, and then I was like, we're not gonna need a week. Like this is not gonna be a game we wait a whole week to do another recording of. You know, I haven't even had to like get out questions or anything. We've had enough talking points.
Enough of
basically.
you ranting, so
Right.
Yes.
Me getting like real heated,
Which
about
is good
chaos,
because, you
so-
know, I focus a little bit more on this game. Even though it's another
Yeah.
like Zen-like game for me where I'm not really paying attention, but I'm just kind of playing
I'm sort of remembering what what we were like before the.
I know, right?
Like,
it
I'm
feels
remembering
nostalgic to an extent.
Well, because I was thinking
before the endless Q&A.
Well, because before the Q&As, we were doing the whole written topics things.
Yeah.
And even that was, like, you know, we tried very hard to have, like, full 20-minute conversations about each, you know, or 10 minutes per subject kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm remembering, like, that when we don't do that, I am capable of just not stopping. Like, I don't have to be talking about a thing. I am capable of just not stopping.
Once you get on a roll.
You know? Like right now, we're not really discussing anything.
We're discussing.
Yeah, we are discussing discussion. This is very meta. I don't remember that sky being quite so orange a few minutes ago. Has the sky changed, or was it always that?
It does change gradually as you beat more bosses. The time of day changes.
Right, but
so it is more orange now, yes.
Okay. Ugh, in the ass. In the ass.
How close are we to the end of this episode?
About 1 minute.
Okay.
So, if there's anything... Why, were you thinking of a topic you wanted to
talk
about?
I mean, but you might, like, go on about something, I don't know, so...
we can end it as soon as you finish this blood vial collecting, so we don't have to do this in the next
Hey, that's a good point. Collecting
unless you want to do it off-screen. That's another thing that might come back for this play session, is off-screen. We haven't really had to do that since Dark Souls.
Grinding.
Dark Souls is the only game that we, like, cut easily over an hour, if not, probably over 2 hours of stuff that we didn't show. Like, mostly of the Ornstein and Smo fight.
Yeah.
I think there was even some there was, like, one time that we were recording an episode, and, like, of the Ornstein and Smo fight, and we just threw it out, because it was, like, 30 minutes of you failing, and we weren't really being interesting at all. And I think at one point, I had started playing Iron Maiden over it. That was the recording where you were like, well, I always listen to Iron Maiden when I do this fight, so play some Iron Maiden. And then, like, you know, it didn't work, so we just threw out the episode because it was obnoxious that we, like, played a song during the episode.
Yes,
you know?
Probably sounded like shit.
Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah. I think I've answered this question from someone before.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Shit.
That someone was like, will you ever release, like, the cut content? It's like, I don't hold on to any of it, you know. The only stuff that I'm still sitting on is the Metroid Prime Let's Play, which I should really just edit together and throw out at some point, because we're probably not continuing it ever. And then the 3 episodes of House of the Dead Overkill.
How I Met Your Mother. Yes.
I still would love to do a House of the Dead Overkill run on this show. The problem that we had with it was that we realized that the game is a lot more chaotic than we thought. But this was, like, our 3rd recording. Like, was
that early?
Oh yeah, this was like one of the first 3 games we did. It was like right after Kirby, because I bought
and so much of the game is enjoying the goofy cutscenes.
Right.
Too.
That was what we realized, was that the cutscenes are really long. Like I had remembered it being like. You played a level and got, like, a small cutscene. But no, the cutscenes are long. And we would be, like, wanting to watch it because that's, like, a huge part of the appeal of the game. And then also, because of the way we were sitting, the aiming reticule was not, like, quite aligned right. So we had to kind of aim to the right of stuff to shoot it. So, but more importantly, we're just really distracted by the game. You know, like, we didn't talk much, and...
Yeah.
It was mostly us going, whoa. Yeah. But it was cool because I had and it was also face cam. It's the only recording we've ever done with face cam.
Did we? Wow.
Because I had bought those guns.
True. I
bought these gun peripherals to put that, like, look realistic to put our Wiimotes into.
At this point, I'm kind of thinking, why haven't we started doing showing us? But I guess it's an annoying brick on the screen.
Well, a huge part of why is that the recording software I typically use... Actually, now that I think about it,
let's go get more blood vials.
This new version of the Elgato capture, we could use a webcam with this capture that we use.
True.
So it probably wouldn't be desynced, because the problem is with Open Broadcaster that it usually desyncs.
Yeah.
And I don't record audio through this thing anyway, because the problem with this thing... This is why I haven't done any streaming with this thing. My microphone only goes through the left channel, but there's no way to set it to mono. So if I want to record with my microphone and live stream through this program, then I can't record my audio through that microphone.
Dude, hold on. I just looked over at you while you were talking, and I realized that is the first time I've looked at you while we recorded Digi Bros.
That's not true.
And I'm like, whoa, he's wearing glasses.
Maybe in this recording.
The fuck? No, dude, I never look at you while we do Digi Bros.
You've looked at me before. We've
I
had times
swear to
we
God.
exchanged glances, and I'm sure
Maybe it was a long time ago. It has been a fresh minute. I was like, whoa, I'm with the human being and not like a voice in my ear.
Yeah. I mean, I can see you out of my peripheral vision.
Do you believe in life after love?
Yeah, what the fuck was I talking about? Right.
Some
That
bullshit.
playthrough may or may not ever get released. Hurry up and wrap up this collecting. So we
I
can
thought
end
you
this
were
fucking episode.
gonna end it with like this is my second run of collecting, so you might as well
I just wanted
like,
you to. All right, we'll just end it, and then that'll be in the. We'll do that before we start. See you later, guys.
Woo!